Hello all you crafty people, welcome back to hashtag Christmas in July 2022 project. Woo! Alright, I hope you guys have been following everybody. I've got a wonderful Christmas little golden book kind of thing going on, and I was just watching that. So, you know, lots of fun stuff. I am going to... You know, this 3-page wonder has been going around, and I just thought, let's just make a Christmas one. This is one of our people that is in this group has an Etsy shop, and it's Junkin 101 with Cassie, and it's called Christmas Memories. So this is the kit. And she has everybody that is joined in and working with this, she has given it to us for free so that we can show it to you guys, which was very nice of her. Plus, you know, you guys can see how cute it is. So we've got some really cool little deer and a hat. I have already cut out, that's about all I've done on this, is I've cut out, there's pockets and things like that in here. So I'll show you all that when we get to that point. And then there's some ho 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 and December and this little ribbon. And then here are the pages real quick. We'll just kind of run through them. Just simply adorable. Just simply adorable. Yeah. So, I'm loving it. I mean, for Christmas cards, or because there's enough ephemera, and these are super cute. This is the way I printed the kit. I'm sure you can make it larger. This is the way it printed for me. But in actuality, for me, it was going to be the perfect size. So, what size we have here is 6.5, and then if we folded these in half, they're 8 1/4. So, it'd be 4 1/8 by 6.5. So, I do want to kind of write that down. Let me get my marker so you guys will be able to see it. So once it's folded, it'll be 4 1/8 by 6.5 tall. All right. So that is what it's going to be. Now, if you are a centimeter person, I will, since I thought about it, as I keep forgetting. And this is 21 centimeters, which you would half that for the, so it'd be 10.5 centimeters by 16.3 centimeters, somewhere in there. All right. So I am going to take 3 pages, three pieces of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, which is black, and here we go. Okay, so I know that I want mine to be 4 1/8 at least long, because that's when I fold my papers, that's what we're going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and put it at 4 1/2. So I know that my page this way, you know, for the one side, 4 1/2 will cover my pages. And I think I am going to do a let's see. Let's do a 1-inch spine. I have no clue. I really have not thought about this at all, guys. So And then that leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. Okay, because yeah, that's 5 and a half. So I am at 4 and a half. So at the 10 mark, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half, I'm going to go ahead and put a score there. So again, 4 and a half, 5 and a half, 10. Now we're going to flip it to this side. Now I know it's 6 and a half. So that puts that right there. That's the height of my pages. So I'm going to go to 7. And then I know my pages are going to fit in there. So let's go ahead and go all the way across. 7. And then, then that gives you an 1.5 inches here. So I am going to go ahead and cut off, and I'm going to do it straight, but I'm going to cut off the entire score line right here. Okay, so there's that one. And I believe, yeah, let's cut this one out. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut it in half down to the far end, the most inner end of the score line, and then we're just going to cut right like that. So we're making little flaps. And had I thought about it, but I will on the other ones, I would have left a 1/2 inch on this side, and that would have made that side no problems. Okay, so that's that one. Now let's see, in order to make this and then figure out what else we can do. So I'm going to fold that like that, and let's fold this one. No, wait a minute. Let's fold this one like this. Fold this over and fold this over. There we go. And then let's flip this one this way and fold it over. Make sure we're lining up. All right, and then this one we're going to fold, but I don't know yet what we're going to do with that. Okay, so we can start okay, so we can start like this. And we can, I want these to be able to do what they can. I think I'm also going to take and do a 10 1/8 score line. So that gives me a little bit of a gusset on this side. Okay, so here is a book so far. Whatever we plan on doing with this. So, now, here's my second one. I know one of them I want to, let's see, that's 4 and a half. Okay, so on your 11 side, so now we're going to go 4, do I want to do 4 and a half? No, let's do 4 3/8. So just a little smaller than 4 and a half. And then we're going to do a 1/2 inch, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 7/8. Okay, so that makes one side. And then I want to have 4 3/8 again. So we've got 1, 2, 3/8. So that's 5 1/8. And then, is that 5 1/8? 1, 2, 3. 5 1/4. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's 3/8, and then 4. Then I want 4 3/8 on this side. So let's see. That's 1/4. It's 3/8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So you're going to do 9 1/4. 9 1/4. And then you'll have this piece. Now we're going to flip it this way. And I think we made everything at 7. Yeah. So we're going to come across here at 7. Okay. So now let's see what we do here. Be a little more thoughtful in my process. Okay. So here I only have a 1/2 inch, but I'm still going to go ahead and cut it. 1/4 inch for what I'm going to be doing is fine. And up through the score line, and then cut it and cut it. So there's that one. Then I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch-ish here and go ahead and cut all the way to your first score line. So now you have this pocket with both sides already taken care of for you, and this one with one side. Now, she has a bunch of built-in built pockets that you can use, so you don't necessarily have to do this, but you know, we'll see how this works for us. I'm going to go ahead and put both of these, excuse me, both of these to the inside. Okay. And this one, there and there. So this one is going to get glued right into the center of this 1 inch. All right, so there's that. And then, let's see. Then I think this sheet is going to get cut a couple of times. Let's see. So I'm going to flip this to the outside. So the pockets are in the inside and this side flap is to the outside. And now I'm going to cut this at 7 inches. I have all my stuff out. I'm going to cut. I'm cutting it this way 7 inches, okay? Not like this 7 inches. I'm going to cut this way 7 inches. Okay, so I have this. I have that. Okay, so I'm going to put one of these like so and make a pocket pencil. And I'm going to make this just a little shorter than the page here. So it's just a little shorter. Okay, so that goes there, and that goes like that. Okay, now okay, there's that. So let me think here what else I want. So this can go in here. And that can be my front cover. And then that can be like that. Got a pocket. Put something in there. This will be like this and like this. And this will flap open. And then I want... I think I'm going to bring the pocket back in this way, and that'll flip, and then this I'm going to go ahead and let's see, that's almost the same length, but it's not. Okay, so then I'm going to make a 1/2 inch flap on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and fold. And then let's see where I want this. Here. This can be like this. Don't worry, I'm going to go all the way through it, but this is just me trying to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with all this stuff. And then this should be able to have 1 inch. I'm going to wait till we get this all put together. Okay, so now I know what's going where. Okay, so back to the first one. You've got a measurement at 7/8, a score at 7/8, and at 1, at 5.5 and 6.5. Okay, and then you flip it this way. Well, flip it this way, score at 7, and then cut it like this. And remember, on this one, just leave you a 1/2 inch over here, and that way it'll take care of the 2 pockets. All right, then we have the second page, where you're going to score at 4 3/8, 4 7/8, and 9 1/4. And then you'll flip it like this and score at 7. Make sure you leave your 1/2 inches where, you know, or 1/4 inches where you can. Okay, so first things first is I'm going to, let's see, let's get a little bit of tape. And where am I at? Let me see. 18. Okay. I only have about 45 minutes left on my camera, so I've got to stop it before that. Or it'll stop for me. Okay, so we've got this. Let me burnish. Whoops. This is the 1/2 inch gusset that we made, the second page that we made. And I need something to help me get this up. All my fingernails have just broken. Okay, and I'm going to put some glue on both sides of my tape. Woo! Easy there. Let me wipe some of that. It was way too much. Way too much. Okay, make sure you have the pockets down or up, whichever way you're putting them on. And we want to put this in the center as best you can. Make sure it's nice and even. and then press it down. I think I can go ahead and get rid of my, oh no, I've got one more score, don't I? Okay, so we need to let that dry before we really start maneuvering it. Get all that little excess off of there. I'm not doing my pockets just yet. I'm just folding these down. There we go. Okay, so there's that. This goes in here. Pocket comes up here. Pocket goes in here. And then we're going to take this piece. This was the last piece of paper that we just cut at 7 inches, leaving the 11 side alone. So it was 11 by 7. Okay. And then we're just going to place this down right next to the fold line, the score line, whatever you want to call it. So fold everything in. We're going to score at 4 5/8. And then we're going to score at 6. Doesn't leave me a whole lot, but I do still have this. So I could add this down. Oh, Jiminy Crickets. Let's see. Do I want to leave the 4 5/8? I want to leave it a little... Let's, instead of doing the 4 5/8, let's do the 5. That way I can have things hanging out. So I'm going to do 5. I am going to take my 1/4 inch and I'm going to place it on the last piece I have, which is 7 inches. Right, don't stretch it. I always tell you guys that, don't stretch it. Don't stretch it. Okay, so I'm going to lay this down. Really easier to do it this way. There we go. Okay, so now I left that at 5, so that gives me about a 1/2 inch really, from the 4 1/2 to the 5. So that gives me a 1/2 inch to let a few things kind of hang out and have a little bit of space, a little room. And I know that this is probably going to end up being a little wider than 1 inch. So from 5 to 6 is right where that fold is. So let's do, I mean, why not? Why not? Let's have some fun. 5 1/4. And so then that would get me out to 6 1/4, which is right where this paper ends. And then this paper is added on 1/4 inch from behind. So when it folds, it's going to be fine. And then I'm only going to fold that first one I made. So there I have lots of space for things. And one of the things I think I might put in there is like a pen or a pencil holder. Perfect. Yeah. And then I have one more piece. And probably will end up using it as a belly band or something like that. And I have two small pieces which I think will be great for working on the pockets. Okay, so I am going to do some damage to this puppy and come back and show you what I've done. And then we'll work on the closure and all of that stuff. Basically, right now, all I'm going to be doing is just paper in it. Just laying down some paper. And then I'll bring you through for decorations and stuff like that. All right, guys? I love you much. Talk to you later. Bye.